All right, y'all. It is time to shine. It is time to shine. I'm your host, King Jewelz here, Julian Smartrimple. We are locked and loaded for another very RTJ show and podcast series. I'm your host, King Jewelz, Julian Smartrimple, and we are locked and loaded for another dynamic season, you all. Thank you to everyone who has been rocking with us throughout the course of our previous seasons. But if this is your first time joining us on the RTJ podcast show, we are a lifestyle show that was created to spread inspiration to young professionals and millennial entrepreneurs who want to learn wisdom on how to shine brighter in their careers or their businesses. And so if you are a millennial, you're in the right place to be. If you are a Gen Zer, or even if you're a baby boomer, we still got love for our baby boomers out there. Thank you for joining us for today's very special episode. You can take a listen to our previous podcast episodes from season 1 all the way now to season 5, you all, on any podcast or music streaming platform that you listen to your favorite podcast or music artist on. Just search for the Run the Jewelz podcast and you'll be able to see our progress all the way from season 1 now to season 5, you all. You could also catch us on the Wisdom app. Shout out to all of our Wisdom listeners who are listening in exclusively for our behind-the-scenes Q&A before this episode even premieres, and also on Twitter Spaces. We appreciate all of our listeners that are tuning in for our episode today. If you're interested in being a guest on the RTJ podcast show, fill out the interest form that we're putting in the comment section below. And you could put in your information to have our team comb through your data and see if you have what it takes to be one of our future guests on the RTJ show. If you are a dynamic king or queen that has a phenomenal testimony, or if you're an entrepreneur or a trailblazer in your career or in your industry, we'll see if you have what it takes. All you have to do is take the first step and fill out the interest form that I'm putting in the comment section below. And we appreciate all of our VIP jewels that have been following us this season already. So we're about to get ready to start our live Q&A with my very special guests. If you have any questions at any time during the session today, Wisdom listeners, or even Twitter Space, feel free to come on to the stage and ask any questions of my very special VIP guest that we're going to get ready to bring on to the stage. And then even if you're catching the live stream right now, feel free to put any comments or any questions in the chat, and we'll do our best to get them to our special guests to answer at the time that this episode premieres. And those are all of my housekeeping for today. But today's title for our episode is My Outlook on Health, Marriage, Faith, and the Future Society of Gen Z. And so we're going to be talking to a dynamic king that is of Ghanaian descent. Shout out to West Africa. And also he is Italian. And I came across this king by way of one of the other kings that I mentor and build with. Shout out to Coach Brandon, who is going to be coming and talking to us today about his outlook on Gen Z. He was 19 when I met him, but now this king just had an Earth Day or a birthday. So now he is 20 years of age. And so he is going to be providing a youthful voice and also a youthful education towards what the society is going to look like when he is even in his 30s and 40s in the near future. And so you won't want to miss this episode. Again, feel free to ask any questions of my dynamic guest. He goes by the name of Dennis Otibo, and he is definitely going to be dropping a ton of jewels today for our episode. And so let me introduce you to King Dennis, who is coming to the stage for our interview today. Dennis, how you feeling today?
Hey, I'm good, guys. I'm good. I'm feeling good, energetic, blessed day. When you wake up, it's a blessed day, if you can say that.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
And I forgot to mention too, y'all, Dennis is into health and personal fitness. He's a coach and also an entrepreneur. And so what we usually have for our guests, Dennis, to introduce themselves. Tell us, Dennis, where you're originally from, your home country or your hometown. Tell us where you currently reside at right now. And then why is this an important subject for you to discuss with our audience today?
All right. So my parents are both from Ghana, okay? So both Ghanaian, but I was born in Italy. So I was born and raised in Italy. I did my all my life. I grew up in Italy, speaking Italian, around Italian people. I'm Italian, even my documents show that I'm Italian. So I can say I'm more Italian than than Ghanaian. But I love my culture and I respect it. So you know, I love my heritage, okay? And so I was born there, and today I wanna talk about the Gen Z because it's my generation, of course, and I can say uh, that we have a huge potentiality, okay? We can do great and amazing things, but at the same time, we was born in a period where it's easy to get lost. There's like a lot of technology, a lot of the stuff going on in this world. We get lost easily. I can speak even for experience in my teen years. It wasn't a while ago, okay? Like, but I can say from 14 to maybe 17 years old, I was lost and I was caught up in all the, we can say, modern things like girls, music, secular music, playing around. And I think it's the result of the technology too, because technology is like it can be a great tool, but can damage us very, 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 very much. I can see, even I struggle in the past with we can say with poor with all men we can say that I've struggled with poor in the past, but with my generation the things are more serious, we can say, because it just like with a click with your smartphone you can see so much stuff, and it's not only with that stuff but also with maybe the music that you're listening to, the people that you go around to. So there's a lot of things happening in this world that can, screw us. But at the same time, if we are smart guys, we are the generation of technology. We can like do a lot of things. We can break this world. For example, I started an online business, of course, and using the tool of technology, and and that is the future. I suggest that all my fellows generation, I can say breather, to to study technology, okay, to find a way to find your space in this world, because we have the capacity and we have the tools, and we can be great people in this world.
Absolutely. Y'all are in for a treat. You just heard the introduction from my very special guest, Dennis Otibo, who is going to be talking to us about his outlook on his generation Z. He is going to be talking to us about health, about marriage, about his faith, and even what he sees the future of society looking like for Generation Z, you all. And so, again, Wisdom listeners, if you have any questions for Dennis at any time of today's session, feel free to come onto the stage and ask any questions you have of him. But Dennis, let's go ahead and dive in, King. Like, tell us how many languages you speak, man, and also like what are some of the key differences you've seen between U.S. culture and even Italian culture from being in Europe all the way now to being in the U.S.
All right. So how many languages I speak? So I speak my native language, so Ghanaian, from my parents, Italian, and English, of course. And these are like the three main languages that I can speak fluently, we can say. Even, English with my, heavy accent, but it's okay too. And I studied French at high school, but I don't remember nothing. So like just bonjour and comment ça va, that's it. So that's not really like a fluent language that I can speak. And we can say that I moved here in the United States just for to explore the world and for the opportunity that United States can give. Okay, because I know that this country has a lot to give. You just have to um, utilize the opportunity that gives to you. Okay, I have seen the main difference between Italy and United States. We can say first of all the size difference, of course, because from Italy to United States, like I think United States is like 50 times Italy. Okay, that's it. And also the mentality. Okay, the mentality is different. So for the type of person that I am right now, I want to explore the world. I want to achieve things. Okay, and I want to. I'm aspiring to be someone big. Okay, not someone famous, but someone big. To accomplish something big. And in Italy, Italy is a great place. I love Italy. I can live in Italy for the rest of my life. I love it. I was born in there. I grew up in there. So it's like that. I love it. But the difference is the mentality because all that people in Italy have, a closed mindset. Okay, their mindset is more closed. They don't aspire to big things. Where here in United States, people, hey, try every day. People have high ambition. Okay, they try their best to become what they want to be. Okay, like it's inspiring to me to move around, to come in this society and see how people um are so driven, like they want to accomplish everything. They have big goals, and I like to be around people like that. Where in Italy is a great place, but it's more like we can say old school. Also because the country is like uh has a lot of like old people. I don't know the exact number, but I would say that I don't know 60% of the population in Italy is old people. Okay, so they have still the old mindset of like working, going to school, and the school is the better role. You have to do this and do this, and business is too risky. When for me and for my vision, I feel that working for all my life, like I don't know, somewhere in a fabric, is more risky because hey, my boss can get me out whenever he wants. Where if I start a business like I did, I'm my own leader. I'm my own boss. Okay, and no one can take it off from me. Okay, and it's only based on my effort. If I don't put the effort in, I'm not going to see results. And so this moving from Italy, it was especially to give me that kick, that a little bit of kick, okay, to move me, like to drive me a little bit more, okay, just for that. That was the primary goal, and then of course to visit the country and to see United States. I still have the goal to go around various city around the United States, and I will do it for sure. So I will say that I will say that these are the main big difference that I have noticed from United States and Italy. But Italy, I mean, all people love Italy, so all people want to go to Italy to eat a good pizza. I would say the food is better in Italy, guys. And yeah, that's the that's the big disadvantage that United States has. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone loves the Italian cuisine. Like when I first met Dennis, I was asking him about the authentic pizzas and the Italian dishes compared to what they serve even in the restaurants here. And
Yeah.
it's nothing similar to back in Italy, y'all.
Nah. No, not
Absolutely.
at all.
Absolutely, man. And it's funny you were saying too, especially in coming to the US, you see how they push the businesses and push the entrepreneurship and push the going into business for yourself. Stay with that point too, because I want you to educate some people who may or may not have ever traveled outside of the US or even traveled outside of their country that they live in, because we do have international guests that are listening in. Like, talk to us about like how did you start your business for yourself, and then also like how did you have that drive to want to work for yourself at an early age versus trying to work for someone else going into you're only 20, you were 19 when I met you before. And that's something that a lot of teens and also young adults are not willing to take a risk and bet on themselves. So how did you get that mindset to go that route? And then also, how has that experience been for you?
All right. So I would say I have been lucky to have the opportunity to be here in the United States because I have a part of the family that lives here in the United States. So it was lucky. It was like a huge opportunity that I had because if it wasn't for this, I would probably go to Australia because I was planning to go to Australia with my friend. So there's like that was the second option, okay? But I came here to the United States, and I have the advantage to come here and have already an house, where to stay, and to sleep and everything. So I didn't have the maybe the big expenses problem of moving in another country for this long period because I'm here in the United States. Yeah, I just surpassed a year. Yeah, I just surpassed a year. So for a whole year being in another country is a huge thing. And so I was like very lucky. God blessed me with this opportunity. So I would say that, yeah. And why did I start to work for myself? All right. So I've always been like a fanatic. Like I always loved fitness. I mean, I started when I was 14, okay? I was obese. And in fact, on my page, you can find photos where I was like big, okay? And after my first year of training, and I lost all the weight, I started to develop this passion for fitness, okay? And to love it. And so after that, I said, hey, maybe I can help other people to do the same. But then I didn't start immediately. I started maybe 2 to 3 years after. I started promoting other people if they want to lose weight, if they want to train, and start to promote this small business. Okay, it, at the start it was like a side hustle, we can say. It was a side hustle. Why right now I'm 100% focused on that, and I want to do that. Okay, and I simply start my business because I think it was in my nature that I don't like when people limit me. Okay, I don't like when there's that I have to be under someone, okay, to do something and maybe limit my freedom. Okay, and so when I was on high school, I would say around 16 years old, I was going to school and I was like, okay, I don't like being to school. I was good at school. Like I'm good. I was good at school. I was like, I would say it. Like I finished high school with one of the highest grade. If I'm not mistaken, I was like the fourth on the class, something like that. And so I was good at school, but I didn't like the system. And the system of school is the same of the working society. You have to go to school. You have to go to a place, listen to a boss, do these things, and if you don't do it correctly, they will punish you. I didn't like that. I like the freedom. Even at school, I didn't study all the subjects. Sometimes I only study what I love because I like that freedom, you know. And I only did enough on the other subjects, but I was good. And this mentality, this mentality of don't liking that someone limits me. I think it was the same drive that motivates me to start a business, okay, to start to working for myself, because I also had some experience where I was working under someone, maybe in a shop or a grocery shop, maybe in a bar or in a restaurant. I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that I have to work and you know, uh, for a certain time of hours, and limit my freedom, limit my hours, sacrifice hours of the day for this. While there was like around the world, there is people where like they are sleeping and they are making money. I was like, this doesn't seem fair. Why someone is sleeping and is making money while I have to go to work to make money? Okay. While I was working, there was someone, maybe there was the owner that was sleeping and he was gaining money from my work. So like I was like, no, I don't like this. So I start to develop my business. I start slowly. Of course, it wasn't, a sudden thing, but I start slowly accumulating, trying my best, trying to grow this business. I still have a lot to do, of course. I'm just at the start. I can say that I did most of my business in the last year, so I still have a lot to do. But I encourage everyone that wants to really be free to start his own business, and especially for us teenagers or Gen Z, okay, or Gen Z, we have the opportunity. We have all this opportunity to live in an era where technology is like the main thing, and we know the future will be technology. We are not going backwards; we're going forward, okay? And so use this opportunity to make more. You will find way. You Right now, there are people that they make posts for other people to make money. There are social media manager, people that edit videos, people that start YouTube channels, people that like there is a lot of opportunity with technology. You just have to want to do it and to put the effort, to sacrifice maybe some of your time in something, and you will achieve it for sure, 100%. So don't worry about that. Just start. And also, since you are still living with your parents, because I imagine if you are a Gen Z, you're still living with your parents. It's the best moment to take risk. Because guess what? If you fail, you're still living with your parents, and you are just like what, 16, 17, 18. I mean, like, who cares? You are still in your teens, okay? So nobody cares. You can fail how much you want. It doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter. And you cannot do this when you are in your, maybe, I don't know, when you have a family with children. You can't risk it all and you risk to ruin your family, okay? So do it right now that you are a teen and you are free, you have much time, you have energy. You can even stay maybe sometimes up at night. Use this time right now, risk it all, and guess what? Let's say you start at 16 and you spend 10 years of your life. Now you're 26. uh, Keep trying, and then you fail, okay? At least you tried. And I'm sure that if you try like very, very hard, like you never, like there's no option to quit, I'm sure you're gonna do it for sure, 100%. There's no doubt, I'm sure. So I encourage everyone to start his own business, start something that is like correlated to online, because that's the future. That's where we are going. That's the secret, okay? And you will do it. You will do it. Find what can I say, a sector, an option, okay, that will last forever. I'm doing health and fitness because I know that it will be like people that want to lose weight, people that want to be better, people that want to feel healthier will always be here in 10, 20, 30, 100 years. There will always be someone that wants to change his physical aspect and feel like healthier, be healthier. And I know that this business can die. It's immortal. This business can die because everyone wants to be better. There will come a time where when someone will look in the mirror and will say, okay, today I want to change myself. And so it will come to who? To me, like a personal trainer, an online coach. Online is the key. Online, okay? Because everything is going to be online. why I'm doing this work, and maybe I'm following people from Italy. Like I have people from Italy right now. How I'm able to do it because it's online. So be able to move wherever you want and still working while making money. That's true freedom for me. That's freedom to be able to move wherever you want, make money, and be, comfortable, in peace, with no boss, no one pressing you, and the things that you bring home will be like based on your effort. So yeah, guys, this is my advice for all the Gen Z and all the people that of my age.
Absolutely, King. We definitely going to be touching more about how you started your own business and online, especially in a second. We just want to give you a quick commercial break to pause as we highlight our VIP sponsor or affiliate today's episode. We'll come right back to you, Dennis, in 1 second. So each and every episode, we highlight a VIP sponsor or affiliate for our episodes this season. And so let's take a look and see who our VIP sponsor is for today's episode, you all. Let's take a look. All right, y'all. You just saw our video for our VIP sponsor for today comes from none other than Organic Protein. If you are someone who is plant-based, like myself, or even a vegan, this is the perfect protein that you can use for your workout regimen or even for replenishing your body after any type of physical fitness. We swear by Organic Protein as our affiliate for today, and you could receive exclusive discounts for your first purchase online. I believe it is up to 20% off just by using the code SMART, S-M-A-R-T, Jewelz. That's SMART Jewelz, Jewelz at checkout to receive one of our affiliate discounts for being a Smart Jewel listeners to our RTJ podcast. So click the link that I'm putting in the comment section to go and sign up to purchase some organic protein, and you won't be mistaken. But we definitely are looking for any small business owners or any entrepreneurs that want to have their product or their service that is broadcast to our international podcast audience. And so feel free to click the link that we're putting in the comment section to sign up to be one of our VIP future sponsors. But back to you, Dennis. We just wanted to highlight our sponsor for today, King. Like, talk to us about, I know we just discussed health. Talk to us even about relationships, man. A lot of Gen Zers who I talk to and even who I mentor that are around your same age of early 20s or even mid 20s, they are in a frenzy when it comes to relationships. We see a lot of times nowadays, the marriage rate is plummeting, especially here in the U.S. I can't speak for Italy because I haven't lived overseas, but in the U.S., a lot of people are not wanting to get married. A lot of people are having more children out of wedlock, and they're not thinking that they need a dual parent household of a man and even a woman to raise their youth. So what is your thoughts on marriage and even relationships for Gen Z? And talk to the audience to educate people on how Gen Zers are looking forward to marriage in the future.
All right. So I would say, for a start, I was like in the problem too. Like I say, in my teen years, I wasn't serious, playing around with girls, you know. So I'm guilty too of this thing. And now that I have a more like, we can see a spiritual and mature view, we can say, um, I can see where is the problem. So, like I said, nowadays, technology is a great tool. At the same time, is a great damage. So, if you look at all the things that go around on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and all that stuff, it's like pushing people, like especially young men like me, to live a life where like you don't care about women, like you want to use them, go around, don't have a serious relationships, just play around. You don't have time for women, okay? Women are a waste of time, and blah blah blah, all that stuff. When I can talk for experience that if you have the right woman, a right woman, okay, on your side, you can, she can push yourself, okay? She can push you and motivate you even more, okay? What's the problem today? The problem is today is like we have these ideas that being a playboy is cool. Being a playboy is cool, so don't be the serious guy, because the serious guy is gonna be skipped by women, and the woman want the bad boys, so go with the bad. You have to be the bad boy and be like this. And when I will say this, women like serious guys, okay? Girls like bad guys, all right? And there's a difference because nowadays, with all this propaganda, we can say with extreme feminism, and all that stuff that is going on, this female empowerment, we can say, okay, because there is a thing, okay? One thing is like feminists to for for values of women, and for they legal rights, and what they fought for like 50 years ago, 70 years ago, what they fought for, like to vote, and to have the same equal opportunities as men. One thing is that, okay, and that's okay. That's okay. I have no problem with that. Another thing is saying that to push value of the woman, you have to open your legs, go around, do all the stuff, stupid stuff. You can do what men do, all this stuff. And you know what's going to happen? I will say this. I'm also opening a YouTube channel for my Italians guys. They already know where I will talk about this stuff. Like, I will say this. All this female empowerment is going only on advantage of men and disadvantage of women. And this is why. Because as men, okay, we as men, when we are in our teens, I can remember we like girls that open the legs. Why? Because hey, you don't have a commitment. You just have fun, okay? You just have fun. You go around. Yeah, yeah, you're cool. So all this stuff is benefiting men, but it's destroying women. And we can also say that it's destroying men too, because women will be seen by men like an object, like a sexual object, okay? Something to use to to play around with all this, open your legs and do whatever you want, okay? This is the problem. Um, but what's going to happen when we as men start to mature? I will say maybe there's some men that never mature, okay? But let's say around maybe 25 years old, okay? Or around 25 to 30 years old. You know what's going to happen? This man that, was playing around with the teen years will be like, okay, now it's time to find a serious woman, all right? Okay, now it's time to find a serious woman. I spend all my teen years to do stupid stuff. I'm working right now. I have a good job. I need a great woman to be with me. A woman that can take care of my house, my children. A serious woman. And so, what is going to happen? That all these girls that said, "Yeah, women empowerment," are gonna be skipped off. Okay, they're gonna be bye bye. Nothing. We are not going to look at you. But we were looking at you when we were teens, okay? When we were like young men, we like it because it was like, yay, zero commitment. We can do whatever we want. Yeah, let's go. But when we mature, we're like, okay, you can go another way. We're gonna search the serious woman, okay? So this thing is only destroying society. And man, I want to encourage men to don't take part of this thing, okay? Don't take part of this, we can say, agenda where you co-sign these women, okay? Or you co-sign being the bad guy, okay? Wake up, and if you want a relationship, like go with a woman only when you want a relationship, okay? Like when you want to be serious, when you want a long-term relationship. And find a serious woman, because with a serious woman on your side, you can you can do a lot of things. I can say for experience that with my fiance right now, if she wasn't for her, maybe I would do things differently. Okay, it will be all different. Maybe I will have less drive, or maybe sometimes I will not have someone than that helps me. All this stuff. And I can see how women, like good women, can help you. Okay, but before that, if you're not finding like a serious woman, don't waste your time and energy. Okay, because the things that you're doing is only wasting time, your energy, your opportunity, maybe your money because you're doing stupid stuff. Okay, so if you're not finding the right woman, focus on yourself. That's it. That's it. Don't co-sign to this female empowerment and all this stuff. No. Don't be the bad guy. Don't promote this thing. Find the right woman. Okay. She will help you a lot. A lot. I can give it to you. She can help you a lot. If you're not finding her, focus on yourself, and one day she will come. Okay. And my view right now of the relationship is like, if you don't want to marry her, don't date her. Okay? Don't go out with her. Like right now, my view of relationship is like, let's say you you meet a woman, okay? You do maybe 1, 2, 3 dates, okay, to know each other. If you feel like you cannot see a future with her, don't start the relationship because it's a waste of time and energy, okay? Keep a relationship where you know that that girl, that woman can be your wife one day, the mother of your child, a great woman on your side, someone that can help you. Because if you just date or have a relationship, a long-term relationship, it doesn't make sense. I like the old style view of marriage. Time ago, people were like maybe 18, they were getting married, they didn't know each other. but they were growing together. This is marriage, guys. Like marriage is like growing together, knowing each other. Of course, you have to like the other person. It's not like in the old times where you're like, okay, yeah, you are married. No, you can meet someone, maybe do two, 2 to 3 days to know her. Then, if you are sure that you want to marry her, talk with her and tell her, hey, I'm gonna start a relationship with you because I want to marry. I will marry you. I marry you. Okay. If it's not okay for you, then that's it. We done. Uh, I'm going back to my root because guys, we need to have like a more serious mindset, and we can say come back to the old school. Well, even marrying younger is good. I don't see why people think that you have to marry when you are like 40 years old. Like, what's the negative side of marrying like at 20 years old? I don't see nothing bad. Like, what's the thing? Are you scared? And if you're scared, then that means that you are not sure of your partner. And if you're not sure of your partner, then that is not the right one. That's it. That's simple as that. So, guys, I will say I will encourage all the people. I will encourage all the Gen Z, so both women and guys, to not co-sign to this female empowerment, to going to be the bad guy or the bad girl, because you are going only to destroy yourself and your soul. Like, you are not going to gain anything from that. And also for the divorce rate, I would say, because I don't know exactly in Italy how much is the divorce rate, but since they are older people, I I I can imagine that maybe they last longer because the population is older. Okay, so these are old marriage. But I would say that one of the reason of why 50% of marriage don't work, okay, is also for a lack of faith in God. Because I can see myself when I was unbeliever, with co-signing atheism and all that stuff, I can see that you have a strange idea, okay, of a relationship and you don't want to commit to it. But when you have faith and when you have God, what happens? You know that a marriage is an institution created by God. And if both of you believe in God, you're not going to divorce. I'm sure that every situation you go through, you can open your Bible and find a response, find an answer, okay? So I would encourage also people of my age to find faith. I know that it sounds strange. We can say strange because nowadays faith it seems like something not cool. But why he has to be cool? Like, what spirituality has to be with being cool? Like with all that, I guess, say meditation, spiritual stuff. Yeah, that sounds cool, but that will not do nothing for you. Open your Bible, and I will guarantee you that if you seek God, your marriage will go greatly. Your marriage will explode. Everything will go great. Because many times, in the 50% of the marriage that goes, that either lasts forever, if you see the difference between the two, you see that the one that lasts forever has God inside them. And you're like, wait a moment. So these people have faith and they are lasting more, and while these people that don't have faith are lasting less. I'm not saying that all of them are like this, but the majority is like this. So you can think and reflect on things. And like I said, maybe even the other 50% that divorce is because they didn't marry the right person. That's why I encourage you to analyze the people that you go out with, okay? Both men and women. Analyze your partner and decide if you want to go to marry this guy or this girl, okay? If not, break up. I know that it's hard, maybe because uh hey, there will be many reasons. Maybe you don't want to leave her because hey, you have a good time with her. But having a good time is not the same with having like love and a real like um real and solid relationship. So that's what I say. And for the monoparental house, I can say that it's better to have two parents than one. Okay, all these things about one parent can grow a child, maybe that is true, but the child will always miss that one figure. It will impact his life in one way or another, for sure, 100%.
Yeah, yeah. Dennis is dropping a ton of jewels, you all. For those who are listening, we're talking to King Dennis about his outlook as a Gen Zer on health, marriage, faith, and the future society of Gen Z. And so you definitely want to go and replay this and also share this episode with some people that may have children that are of Gen Z, or even you may be a Gen Zer that's listening. Definitely, he's dropping a ton of jewels on us today. Wisdom listeners, this is the last call. If you have any questions for my very special guest, Dennis, feel free to come onto the stage and ask any questions of him before we wind down today's episode. But I definitely wanted to follow up with you, King, about you know that you were alluding to the faith component, and we see a lot of adults that are in their 20s, 30s, and even in their 40s are starting to lose their way a lot with what we've seen with the media, the politics, or politricks, as I like to call it, from people questioning their gender, from people committing suicide at an earlier rate, from the mass shootings that I know you
Yeah,
see more here in the US, and even of the drug addictions and things of that nature that Gen Z are seeing and actually living through. And so, like, how has your faith, King Dennis, kept you intact and kept you not getting distracted like others of your age group and other people who you may know of that got distracted by drugs, by the gender issues, the politics, or even of some of the things that you were talking about before? Like, how has your faith kept you grounded, and where do you see the future for your Gen Z society in regards to faith, religion, and even staying focused?
right. So I would say that faith has changed my life a lot because when I was unfaithful, I can see the effect of the society on me. Not on the gender stuff because I was like pretty sure what my gender is. Okay, so with that we can be sure. But I was like caught on all this stuff of being the bad guy, playing around, all that stuff, all the negative stuff. And I think it's because the things that we are consuming today. Um, the music, we can say like, uh, you can see like try open your app, your YouTube, and see what's the popular music going on right now. It will probably be like a song on like girls doing sex around and all this stuff, and it sounds stupid. It sounds like something that you don't have to think about. And when you listen to this music repeatedly, okay, it's going to affect your mind. You're going to slowly to adapt the things that the music is telling to you. You know, you're going to move in a certain way. So I would say be conscious of the things that you're consuming, even on TikTok. I know that in TikTok things are going crazy there. Things are going crazy. I know that people show things and all that stuff. So be careful on all these social media on the things that you're consuming. I would say faith gives you a barrier, okay? Give you security. Before faith, I can see, before believing, I can see how I was lost. I was caught on other things, and I was thinking about things that doesn't matter, okay? Where when you believe and when you really believe, okay, and when the word speaks to you, okay, and you receive the real knowledge that is inside that book and the spirit is inside you, nothing can happen. Sorry, nothing can happen, guys. Like everything will go well. Everything could go well. I have no suicide stuff. I have no depression. Like all this depression, suicide stuff, people playing around, people having problems, massive shooting going around. It's just because people are part of the society, we can say, okay? They are consuming things of the society. When you close a little bit, I will encourage you right now. Let's say stop watching to the things that you watch. Stop listening to the with of to the things that you listen for even 1 month, okay? And just open a Bible with the intent of seeking God, okay? With the intent, with the real intent of seeking God. Open the book of John. I can say this is the best one to start, okay? Open the book of John. Seek God like like as you want it, okay? You really want to. Cancel everything, okay? Read it, and I can guarantee you that after that 30 days, you will be a new man. You will be another person. You will feel different. You will feel like, hey, all right, you know that there's something different in me right now. I have always that joy inside me. That's strange. Why I'm always joyful? Why I'm never angry? Maybe I mean sometimes maybe you can stumble, be angry, but uh, why I'm so joyful? Why I'm also always content? Why I have this inner peace inside me? Okay, like why I feel so good. And people may say, "Hey, bro, maybe you are high," something like that. No, it's the Bible. It's the spirit inside you that makes you smile. I can see the difference between me right now and the Dennis of like even just 2 years ago. I have that inner peace always. I'm always smiling. I'm always calm. I'm even more calmer, if I can say that, than the past. Like I have that peace. I always moving. Like I smile every day. I'm content. I have nothing to brag about. I'm always content because the peace that gives you that book is incredible. And this is not only for Gen Z. Gen Z is just a part, but also for the adults and all the people around the world. The men that are suiciding, that trying to kill themselves, or the men that kill themselves. Okay, that's just because all the things that you're consuming and all this what society is like throwing out at you. Okay, so yeah, so you see it to be, yeah, exactly. Like this is just product of the things going on this world. And I will not go into detail right now because I'm focused on spreading the word. But this world is like an evil world, okay? It was made by God, but there is someone running the world right now, you know, someone evil that is running the world right now. And so the only, um, how can I say, weapon against that is the book, is the word of God. That's the only weapon. And I can guarantee you that if you open that book, I encourage you, open that book, the book of John, start with that. Start with the intent with, you know, trying to read the book and you will be a new person.
Yeah. King Dennis is dropping those jewels on us for today's episode, you all. Definitely, we're gonna have to bring you back for a part 2, King. I know we're pressed for time.
Right.
I know you were dropping a
No
ton of
problem.
jewels, but like we always end the episode, King, with allowing our guests to leave a final jewel.
All right.
What would be a final jewel you would want to leave to the audience, King, before we let you go?
I would say if you don't quit, one day you will win. That's for sure. That's my final jewel for today.
I love it. Like Dennis said, if you don't quit, like you're eventually going to win, you all. So don't quit
Yeah.
on your dream. Don't quit. Don't quit on your aspirations. Definitely see it all the way through, and you will eventually win, you all. I'm gonna say a quick prayer over you, King. We always allow the guests to get a blessing and a prayer for thanking them for their time that they've shared with us. And so if you've been blessed by today's episode, you all feel free to sow a seed. We always believe in sowing into good soil where you're able to reap from. And so there's 3 ways to give. You can Cash App a seed donation at $SMART, SMART, JEWELZ, or you can click the link in the comment section below to purchase one of our merchandise, our new merch that we launched this season, or to even partner with us as a monthly Patreon. But Dennis, I'm going to say a quick prayer over you, King, and then let you enjoy the rest of your day, if that's all right, man.
All right. Thank you.
Absolutely. Father, I just want to thank you for allowing Dennis to come on and share all the jewels of wisdom that you planted inside of him as being a king, as being a son, and even being a leader for his generation. I thank you for allowing us to cross paths and all that you're doing to sharpen him and also build him up to be the man that you've called him to be, and also to even be the husband, the father, and even the king that you've called him to. We ask that you will cover he and also his business and also his relationship with his future spouse. And may you continue to keep him on the straight path, allow him to eliminate any distractions or any excuses, and to stay engaged, to participate in all that you have for him right now and also in the near future. We pray that you will bless him with new clients, new innovators, new connections from today's interview. And I thank you for this time you've allowed us to share today. And it's in Yahshua HaMashiach's name, the Christ, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
We appreciate you, King, coming on. How can people stay in contact with you real quick before we let you go, man? How can they follow up with you after today?
All right. So just follow me on my Instagram, okay, aka Kofi, or you can just search Dennis Otibo, okay, like in the name right now, and you will find me. I will follow my business page, Shadow Diet. That's it. And you can follow up with me. You can message me with no problem. Yeah.
Absolutely, King. Well, we'll be in touch, bro. I forgot to mention Dennis is also a part of our King Builders ministry for young kings who are in the faith and who are trailblazing in their city, their country, or their community. So I know we'll be in touch, King, and we appreciate you coming on today, and we'll definitely have to bring you back for part 2, man.
Thank you. All right.
All right, man. Peace. Stay blessed.
Right. Peace.
All right, y'all. I'm going to do some quick jewels for thought. You already heard it all from Dennis today, dropping a ton of jewels on the subject matter at hand for Gen Z, and also letting you all know where Gen Z is, and also are they in good hands. I believe they are, because of people like Dennis and others that we've had on the show that have done some very much so soul searching and are leading with charge and leading with authority. But definitely go and check out our media services we just dropped this season. You can see all of our podcast services, content creation services at www.smartjewelz, JEWELZ, enterprises.org, and you'll be able to lock in with some of our services that we offer for our podcast and content creator services. We'll see you all next episode. You definitely need to go back and listen to the replay for this. Dennis was dropping a ton of jewels for you all for today's episode, and make sure you go and share this with someone that can benefit from it. I'll see you soon. Stay hydrated, stay blessed. Peace.